So I got to shout out my soldiers from 2010 that I did not come up with this idea. They did, but walking the minefields of Afghanistan, they use baby powder. So we'd clear a path and they'd do a little squirt. The point man to do a little squirt. So we all, because we'd have to walk in file because that was the only thing that was clear. And of all of the fancy tech and this, that, and the other, they would use baby powder because then a strong wind or even a rain and our path is no longer marked and it's gone. So it's gone the next day or whatever. But for a file to get through, I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I use chalk. And even in Ukraine, I use chalk. I told them. And as I'm clearing, and they're like, why are you marking where you've been? I was like, in case I get hit, you know where it's safe to go up and get me. And I was like, yeah. Because that's another thing that's nailing dudes over there is they'll get a guy that'll get his foot blown off. And then you start, it's painful. So he starts yelling, screaming, and all this other stuff. Then the human emotion overrides common sense, and guys start rushing to failure because they don't quite understand the self-aid, buddy aid part yet. Some of their more highly trained units do because they were trained by us. But just the territory defense and stuff like that, no, they'll rush to failure. And next thing you know, it's like boom, 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 boom. And guys are hitting these PFN mines because they're all running to that one guy screaming for help. That's another reason why I like on my body armor. If I'm going into an area where I'm like, fuck, this is probably bad. I did it all the time in Afghanistan, but I'll have a tether line attached to me. It's this tubular nylon. And if I get hit, my guys can drag me straight back out without having to put their feet in there themselves.